Sibo, Kaja Punasiba.
Hima. COVID ki vaccine kap thok se na ngara du phasna hainai dudi.
Ai haksang ka stok de. Ai ka poi. Note, haksang ka stok do ba ingoni da ka pa ke ka de ai ka poi haisine.
Tamo, narak dringai dana isana hana sexual hona phatro. Kap thok puna phatabra ba.
Ho yare, section bana dum ka puro. Ai ka poi.
As, khangdre da. Kamai ngana do no khangdre. Phare, adu de chalu khige. Pungo, mamai da ka puge ko, papa ga leramo.
First, the headlines. Narcotic Affairs and Borders Manipur arrested one gang member of transnational gang of smugglers dealing with gold and drug smuggling from Myanmar. Security beefed up ahead of Vice President's visit at Imphal. And India's daily COVID-19 cases dipped to 22,842, active cases lowest in 199 days. Hello, good afternoon and welcome. This is LATV with the English news and updates for the day, and I'm your host Himavati Kumwantabam. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. LATV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play our part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. A team of Narcotic Affairs and Borders, NAB Manipur, arrested one gang member of transnational gang of smugglers dealing with gold and drug smuggling from Myanmar on Thursday around 7 p.m. from North AOC area. The arrested person has been identified as 44-year-old Muhammad Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad, son of Muhammad Basiruddin of Kwakta Ward No. 1, Bishnupur district. According to police sources, the NAB team conducted random checking at the North AOC area based on information about the movement of some transnational gang members along National Highway 2 on Thursday evening. The team detected Muhammad Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad, who was coming in a suspicious manner, and detained him for verification at the spot. On verification, he stated that he belonged to a transnational gang of smugglers dealing with gold and drugs smuggling from Myanmar to other states of India through Manipur. He also revealed his gang leader and other members. He further stated that under the command of the gang leader, he had smuggled gold and other illegal items like contraband drugs from Manipur to other states many times before. On further verification and thorough checking of his body, 14 numbers of suspected gold biscuits were found concealed inside his sock. On his production, his mobile phones were checked and many incriminating photos and messages, including photos of gold biscuits and illegal drugs, were found in his WhatsApp application as being sent by his gang leader and associates. It is suspected that this transnational gang has been smuggling huge quantities of illegal gold and contraband drugs from Myanmar to various parts of India. The suspected 14 old biscuits weighing about 2.3 kg and 2 mobile phone handsets were seized from his possession while he was arrested at about 8:30 p.m. The arrested gang member and the seized items have been handed over to Imphal police station, where a case has been taken up for further investigation, the source added. However, the identity of the gang leader and other members has been kept undisclosed due to security reasons, which can outwit the investigation. In view of security measures taken up by Imphal West Commando in connection with the proposed visit of VVIP visit at Imphal, Teams of Imphal West Commando, assisted by a team of Singjamai Police Station, under the supervision of Imphal West SP, Dr. S. Ibomcha Singh, conducted cordon and search operation, sanitization of river banks, patrolling and random verification of individuals at Konjing Lekai area, and another team of Lamphel Police Station led by additional SP Operations, Imphal West, DSP Commando Imphal West, Y. Kisorchan Maitei and Imphal West Commando OC, P. Achoba, conducted a search operation at Tagyal Kolom Lekai and Bazaar areas, covering Boragali, Kasturi and Naganala from 6:30 am to 8:30 am today. During the operation at Konjing Lekai area, around 85 houses were searched and around 130 individuals, including 6 bailouts of the area, were verified, and at Tagyal Kolom Lekai, around 150 houses and around 500 individuals, including 6 bailouts of the area, were verified. During the verification at Bazaar areas, around 65 individuals were verified. No one was picked up during the operation. As part of the various RPI election offices opened in Keshamtong Assembly constituency, a Women Election Committee office was also opened for Keshamtong AC polling station 12/33 today. Speaking on the occasion, RPI intending candidate Maheshwar Thalmaujam said that the election offices were opened to look into the needs of the people and added that the offices will play a great role in the success of the upcoming election. He also said that the opening of almost all the offices were now completed.
Party of India Athawale gi oiba koi nupi wing committee form tokra matungda masi office ama hangdokchare tasengna office gi main pandam di lakadori 2022 election sida RPI na majority leina ekoi mya punjin minere haraga mai pakpa plus ekoi gi micro oina khaidu iba koi office na ekoi gi laikai sida ekoi gi awara pa leiba ahoba leiba chothaba leiba mayam se hena khamjale harakana hena leiba members mayam na koi Republican Party of India gi member mayam na hakthengna na eyewitness oina koi sangsang lamna ure harakanda hizal humjal le harakanda laikai se sothariba society da koi gi laikai se society sida sothariba mayam se loima khamjin minere harakanda ahoba men khatmina bagi pandam da hangdokchaba office oiribani koi gi mayam office mayam hangdo e koi 40 polling station sida 40 polling offices hangdo oga sotha horiba mayam se lo injin minere harakanda adugi damta semjaba office ama hangdokcharaga mai pakmin bagi wakhalonda.
Intending BJP candidate of the upcoming Assembly election 2022, M. Binod alias Chauba of Suknu Assembly constituency organized a meeting for Kakching Kunau Ward 9 youths at his Kakching Kunau Angom Lekai residence under the banner Youth for Change. We support intending candidate M. Binod alias Chauba. The meeting was attended by intending candidate M. Binod, Chaukhot Thaurang Lup Kakching Kunau President K.H. Sham, Election Campaign Committee President M. Iboyaima, renowned persons from Kakching Kunau, Tangjing Kunau, Chairel, Pangantabi and Krosantabi. Various speakers of the event talked on the role of youths in politics and the need for participating in it and urged the people to support M. Binod in the upcoming election. Speaking on the occasion, M. Binod emphasized the importance of youths in developing a society and added that the youths should take part in politics for a better future. World Meitei Convention WMC held a public meeting at the AMSP Bhavan, Hojai, with the participation of all the leading Meitei civil society organizations of Assam. The meeting resolved that unless the scheduled tribe ST status of the Meitei community, which is long overdue to protect the culture, tradition and ethnic identity wherever Meitei living in any state of India is recognized in Manipur, the Meitei shall not be able to demand in other states such as Assam and Tripura, where Meitei have been living for centuries. The leaders of Meitei civil society organizations present in the meeting placed their plea note to the Chief Minister of Manipur, Nongthombam Biren Singh, to send a recommendation for the inclusion of the Meitei community in the scheduled tribe list of the Indian Constitution at the earliest. Memorandums were also submitted to the Prime Minister of India, Chief Minister of Manipur and Assam in this regard. United Manipur Association of Assam, UMAA, Laishum Sarad in his speech mentioned that the ST demand for Meitei people in Assam have already been initiated by their organization since 1995 in Assam. He further emphasized that the inclusion of Meitei in the ST list in Manipur is critically required in order to demand ST status for Meitei living in Assam. A team of Narcotics Cell Jiribam and Jiribam Police, led by Narcotics Cell Jiribam in charge ASI Krishna Sarma, assisted by OC Jiribam Police, seized huge consignment of foreign liquor and arrested 2 persons while conducting frisking and checking of goods carrying vehicles plying along National Highway 37 at Langangpokpi Narcotics Cell Check Outpost near Driver Union Office, Jiribam on Saturday around 8:15 a.m. According to police sources, around 300 boxes with 6,996 bottles of foreign liquor, which consist of Chibok 262 boxes, OC Blue 16 boxes, and Old Monk 22 boxes, were seized while searching a Tata truck bearing registration number MN01 8870, which was coming from Silchar, Assam towards Imphal at the integrated checkpost. 2 persons, driver of the Tata truck identified as 27-year-old Arjun Bania, son of Harka Bahadur of Kanglatongbi Tejbar, Imphal West District, and handyman of the vehicle were arrested from the spot. The seized liquors and arrested persons were handed over to Jiribam Police Station, and after completing procedures, the seized liquors were handed over to the Excise Department. A case has been registered at Jiribam Police Station for investigation, the source added. Old Tamenglong VDF Welfare Association condemned the statement made by Deputy Chief Minister Yumnam Joykumar for his incomprehension to oppose the formulation of service RR for the VDF. The Tamenglong VDF Welfare called upon the Deputy Chief Minister for his support on the letter sent by the Deputy Secretary Home to the State DGP seeking his views regarding the formulation of RR for VDF personnel. But the meeting took an unexpected turn as the Deputy Chief Minister started to verbally attack the association's representative, dashing their hopes of getting his support on the matter. The use of derogatory language by the Deputy Chief Minister is uncalled for his behavior. The Old Tamenglong Welfare Association decided to extend full support to any decision taken by the Central Committee of the Welfare Association against the Deputy Chief Manipur if there is no retraction on the stand made by him, as the association took the threats and actions of the Deputy Chief Minister as provoking the VDF personnel to disturb the peacefulness in the state after his stand against the formation of RR for the VDF personnel. A discussion meeting on the ways to strengthen the BJP government and to improve the economic activities of the women in Suknu AC was organized yesterday at Suknu AC Pangaltabi polling station number 39/12 Pangaltabi School Laikai. The meeting was attended by Suknu AC BJP intending candidate Khwairakpam Iboyaima and the BJP leaders of the locality. Speaking on the occasion, KH Boyama talks on the various developmental works he would take up in the Suknu AC if he is elected in the upcoming 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election. He assured that he will improve the conditions of the roads as well as the economic activities of the constitution. Now before we continue, it's time for a short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Rohan Philem, cyclist and philanthropist na Cycling for Humanity campaign gi makada Khunai asigi sotharaba Kanglup Singbu tengbang duna lakli. Reading e-ride na paikhatchariba One Household, One E-Scooter campaign asidasu hena mapungfa na ba mateng pangminers.
Manipur gumba pikraba state asidadi ekoina chachok chachin tawriba jaga singsi khutna lamba pumba jaga da ngakto maram aduna mayam gi damakta leijare environmental friendly oiriba adongi perfect partner E-Scooter. One Household, One E-Scooter. Hariba campaign asida mayam khudimagsu saruk yaminasi.
For more queries, please visit our showroom at Sangai Pronintem Call, Moirang Patlo or Thobal Athokpam. And do visit our website arambai2020.com or Arambai2020 app.
Welcome back. More news and updates. India has reported 22,842 new COVID-19 cases and 244 deaths in the last 24 hours. This comes a day after the country saw 24,354 cases and 234 deaths. Kerala reported 13,217 cases and 121 deaths on Saturday. India's active caseload stood at 2,70,557, the lowest in 199 days. India's total cases reached 3,38,13,903, while the death toll surged to 4,48,817. Petrol and diesel prices were hiked again on Sunday to send rates soaring to new record high across the country, but top government officials insisted oil companies haven't passed on the entire increase warranted from international oil and gas, rising to 3-year highs. Petrol price for the third straight day hiked by 25 paise a litre and diesel by 30 paise, according to a price notification of state-owned fuel retailers. Bodies of 4 of the 5 Indian Navy personnel who went missing following an avalanche during an expedition to Mount Trishul in Uttarakhand have been retrieved. Efforts are underway to locate the 5th Navy personnel and a Sherpa, the Indian Navy stated. Deeply anguished by the tragic deaths, the nation has lost courageous soldiers, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh tweeted. Three people were injured after a fire broke out inside a hotel in Delhi's Shakarpur area on Sunday early morning. The fire originated from the electric meter and shaft and had spread to the upper floors. All guests and staffs were evacuated, said Delhi Fire Services Director Atul Garg. A major crackdown in western Libya has resulted in the detention of 4,000 migrants, including hundreds of women and children, according to officials. The raids took place on Friday in the western town of Gargaresh as part of what authorities described as a security campaign against undocumented migration and drug trafficking. The Interior Ministry, which led the crackdown, made no mention of any traffickers or smugglers being arrested. Officials said on Friday that 500 undocumented migrants had been detained, but on Saturday reported that number had reached 4,000. Gargaresh, a known hub for migrants and refugees, is about 12 kilometers, 7.5 miles west of the Libyan capital, Tripoli. The town has seen several waves of raids on migrants over the years, but the latest one was described by activists as the fiercest so far. The prisoners were gathered in a facility in Tripoli called the Collection and Return Center, said Police Colonel Nouri Al-Greatli, head of the facility. He said the migrants have been distributed to detention centers in Tripoli and surrounding towns. A government official said authorities would deport as many as possible of the migrants to their home countries. He said many of those detained had lived without documents in Libya for years. The official spoke on condition of anonymity because he was not authorized to brief the media. Now, before we wind up for this afternoon, let's have a quick look at the headlines once again. Narcotic Affairs and Borders Manipur arrested one gang member of transnational gang of smugglers dealing with gold and drug smuggling from Myanmar. Security beefed up ahead of Vice President's visit at Imphal. And India's daily COVID-19 cases dipped to 22,842. Active cases lowest in 199 days. Now that's all for the 12:30 English news and updates. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned. Thank you.